Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 24th-ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas A&M's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Aggies will hustle to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky! The defense putting points on the board. Getting set for the extra point now, putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in...
He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer.
There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and a 1st down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides. Texas A&M going up tempo. To the air on second down. Got his man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be legal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
They'll move the tight end. A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Grabbed over the middle. It's Maddox.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. To the ground to try to move the chains. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Texas A&M going quickly. They'll run play action. Oh, what a move. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. To the air on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. He didn't do it that time.
Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a...
Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Aggies want to crank the tempo. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, he's got some space. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Handoff from the gun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of their way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Catch in the middle, it's Maddox. They'll mark him down in the 40 after ripping off 10.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Caught over the middle. It's Barry. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Reads it, fires complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give from the gun. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeps it. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. And the D deny them on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that is exactly you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game. A lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback. Making him feel uncomfortable.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He's going to let it go. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Field goal is good. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this 3rd quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. Still on his feet at the 45. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats.
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. From the gun, give on the inside. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Got his man quickly. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
It's complete on the right side. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Off play action on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Misfired on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd. Got it in the middle. It's Suggs. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Suggs. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Get it out on the screen. Touchdown, Aggies. They take the lead with the 6. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Makes the pass. He's got it. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker and running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. They're going to run it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the ground and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Intercepted. Big play. Stop the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Running into the open space. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Barry. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down will open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Backed up now, here's second and long. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Texas A&M going up tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Give to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high...
He's going for the big play. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Rides to back and leaves it. There he goes. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He's got it on the right. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. Texas A&M going quickly. Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 32.
Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. This quarterback is very athletic, and he's got a lot of speed. He's probably too fast for some of these D linemen to catch up, but not the free safety. He'll go toe-to-toe and go sideline to sideline with his QB all game.
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Caught close to the marker. It's Barry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Barry. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build, that confidence.